friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
"98-year-old twins cherish life, love, and faith while living next door to one another." Written by Julie Provost, read by Julie Provost. Rempel and Marie Chipilsk are identical twins who couldn't be more full of life. The 98-year-olds live next door to one another. Over the years, the two have prioritized enjoying life, loving others, and their Christian faith. "I hope the Lord takes me first before her," Marie says. "How am I going to feel when she dies?" "I'll tell you," Kay answers. "I'll have peace," she says with a laugh. The sisters have quite a sense of humor and love to joke around, but underneath it all, you can see the love they have for one another. The twins live right down the hall from each other at a 55-plus and older residence in Grothel, Manitoba, Canada. For their 98th birthday, they even got a shout-out, a standing ovation, and a certificate at the Manitoba Legislature. What a tremendous honor and memorable moment for them. The sisters grew up on a family farm near New Bothwell with 10 siblings. They both eventually got married and had kids, and life took them on to different paths for a while. Marie took over the family farm with her husband, and Kay sold flowers and volunteered at church. Now both are widows and get to live life side by side once again. The two have been living close like this for more than 20 years. "Life is full of joy and fun if you make it," Marie says. "What a positive outlook on life, enjoying the big and small things." While conventional wisdom tells you the secret to a long life is eating right and exercising, Marie shares, "I never did eat healthy, never." Over their long years, they have found joy in the little things and big things, like their families. "Someday we will go, yeah," Marie says. "We all have to go, but I guess God isn't finished with us yet." Although Marie is going through cancer treatment, both sisters say they feel great physically and are still sharp mentally. What a blessing to the sisters and their families. "My child, never forget the things I have taught you. Store my commands in your heart. If you do this, you will live many years, and your life will be satisfying." Proverbs 3, 1-2.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Young boy in wheelchair walks at his kindergarten graduation, surprising his family. Written by Heather Rickelman, read by Julie Provost. Grab a tissue and be prepared to get misty-eyed as a young boy in a wheelchair walks at his kindergarten graduation, surprising his family and friends. There are moments that hush the whole world. These moments are sacred and full of grit and grace. They feel like God whispering throughout the ordinary. Last May in Colorado Springs, one of those moments happened when a little boy named Finley Williamson, his family calls him Finn, decided he wouldn't just roll across the graduation stage in his wheelchair. No, not that day. He had other plans. He called his daddy over, whispered a change of plans, and with trembling legs and a heart bigger than the sky, he walked. 6-year-old Finley, who was diagnosed with a rare condition called Noonan syndrome, SHOC2 variant, at just 2 months old, walked across his kindergarten graduation stage. With each brave step, he rewrote the script that life had handed him. "I thought he was going to wheel across," said his mom, Mackenzie, but at the last minute, he called his dad over and told him he wanted to walk. "I was shocked. My heart was bustling with joy," she added. "I managed to say, 'Good job, buddy,' through the tears, but I was just in awe watching him." She wasn't the only one, because sometimes miracles don't come in thunder. They come in soft, stumbling steps. They come wrapped in AFO braces and the determination of a little boy who's done nearly 400 therapy sessions, each one carrying him closer to that moment. Finn lives with more challenges than most kids his age. He uses a G-tube for nutrition, wears braces to help stabilize his legs, and needs glasses to help his vision. His days are filled with therapy, careful routines, and learning how to live in a body that requires a little more support. He loves trucks, video games, superhero movies, and swinging at recess. His school even had a special swing just for him, Mackenzie shared. He's very cautious and empathetic about others' feelings. If other kids are mean to him, he always gives them the benefit of the doubt and says they might be having a hard day. He's the kind of kid who makes you believe in hope again. He reminds you that faith and determination are their own kind of superpower. When Mackenzie posted the graduation video to TikTok, her goal was simple, to share some joy. But what happened next was something else entirely. Overnight, the video went viral, more than 250,000 views, and hundreds of comments from strangers in countries all over the world, cheering for a little boy who showed us that courage doesn't have to be loud to be mighty. It was amazing, Mackenzie said. We were reading the comments together, and he was shocked at all the countries people were cheering him from. This is what happens when love gets a megaphone. When a mama dares to say, "My child is not less than because of his diagnosis. He is incredible." And here's the thing. She's not just cheering for Finn, cheering for all the kids who feel invisible, for the parents wondering how to face another day in the unknown. Every person needs to be reminded that different isn't broken. It's just a different kind of beautiful. I hope all varieties of people are cheered on, Mackenzie said. No matter the disability or circumstance, everyone has their own timing and path, but we are all worthy. Finn's little sister Emma, who is just a year younger, has already stepped into her role as encourager and helper. Like the rest of us, she claps the loudest. Because when one of us really walks, through the fire, through the fear, through the hard, we all move forward a little with them. So here's to Finn, to the boy with braces on his legs and light in his eyes, to the miracle that didn't come with flashing lights, but with a mama's tears, a daddy's steady hands, and a classroom of children cheering their friend on. Walk on, brave Finn. You are showing the rest of us how. And here's to you, yes you, reading this and needing to know it's okay to take your time. Even for you, it's okay to take one brave, beautiful step at a time. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. 1 Peter 5:10.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
But Jesus drank wine.
If that line has ever been your justification for another pour, you're not alone.
I'm Mead.
And I'm Christy.
We're two retired overdrinkers turned freedom from alcohol coaches. And on our podcast, But Jesus Drank Wine, we get real about what held us back, what helped us break free, and the sneaky stories about alcohol, about ourselves, and about God that kept us stuck.
If you're a Christian woman wondering if your wine habit is worth rethinking, then this is your place.
Follow But Jesus Drank Wine on your favorite podcast app or on lifeaudio.com.